My name is Corona Dragon. I'm here to talk to you about pediatric therapy.
Hey guys, this is Alex from Tele-therapy. I know, kind of funny, right? But this is an example of the things that I've been doing for my therapist, for my sessions online. I still do some of the sessions in the parents in the client's homes, but definitely this is now what is going to happen for the next couple of days. Hopefully, it's not going to be for a long time. However, what I want you guys to know is that we're doing everything that is possible in our power as a company to help you guys through these times, all right? So keep the communication open and we're here for you. But today, I just wanted to talk to you about some of the things that I've been doing myself as a therapist to deal during these times and to be able to provide services via the channel, teleservices, right? So first of all, I just want to show you a little bit. I live in a small apartment, but what I did, I removed many things of this room, and also I moved the bed so I can have more space in the room. So on top of the bed, I have a bunch of therapy tools and games and toys. Here I have a mat. I have many things here. In my computer setup, I have two screens that helps me to be very efficient and effective when I'm providing the services. Recommendation that I have for you guys is try to elevate your computer, your laptop computer, if you're working from a laptop, so your positioning and your body mechanics is a lot better, right? That's very important. So a couple of things to keep in mind is when you're working from home, from telehealth, is first noise. People coming in and out of the other rooms, or people that they don't know that you're actually working. This is just like going to the patient's home, okay? Also the lights, if you see, you have a lot of lights right now that they're not so bright, but they help a lot so they can see you very well. Also, I try my best to speak very loud so people can hear, my clients can hear me, okay? That's also very important because sometimes they only have the computer speaker, which is not always that great. So you want to make sure that you talk loud so they can hear you well, right? That's very important. Again, keep in mind other family members that live in the house with you, so you can really have a space so you can pay full attention to your client and provide the service the best way possible. All right. One of the things that are very important for working through this medium via telehealth is to be very creative. That's why we're therapists, guys. We need to get creative. You can go to Google, YouTube. There are tons of ideas out there. As long as those ideas can connect and are representative to the plan of care, to the goals of the plan of care, we're good to go. That's good. That's good. We find any. We have to be very creative in the solutions so we can provide services. Actually, I got this question from a therapist. So she was asking me that she was having a hard time doing some oral motor exercises with her client. She's a speech pathologist, and I was just talking to her, and that's when this guy came about, because she was working with something like this. So she was trying to get her client from the other side of the screen, right, to blow so she could work in oral motor skills. Okay, that's the other thing. Keep your phone out of the game so this doesn't happen. So excellent example that happened when doing this video. Let me put it in airplane or in mute. It's very important because again, the time for our clients is like, that's very important also for the parents. So going back to this, so for example, I can ask my client to blow this, so they could do it from their side, and also I was using this. So okay, let's blow. So I can see my client from the other side of the screen blowing and trying, because she's pretending that this guy is the actually one that is doing the exercise. So again, those are simple ideas. It's just I want you guys to get into the mode of thinking out of the box, all right? So other things that I keep in mind is that my computer or my source of video is not a static source, meaning that I can move this around, all right? So if I'm working from a laptop and I'm lucky to work from a laptop, I can move the camera. So for example, I was asking one of my clients to do jumping jacks and earmuffs, some exercises that I use. So I can ask them, okay, I just want to make sure that they can see my whole body. Remember, I need to talk loud, so I can adjust my camera a little bit, okay? And then they can see most of my body. It depends on the way you have your camera set up, and then you can start doing jumping jacks. That's an example. If you want to do earmuffs, that I call them, this is exercise. Excellent. Okay. Also, if you're showing your caregiver to perform specific activities, what you could do is to use a doll. I was using a doll. It's actually in my car. To demonstrate, I use dolls to demonstrate some of the activities for reflex integrations. But for sure, you can show the partner, okay, this is how you're going to manipulate the mouth, or this is how you manipulate the specific muscles. When we're talking about reflex integration, and we're talking about NDT or certain techniques that require manipulation, we have to be very careful. At a skill level, needs to be clear, because you want to make sure that we do not injure the client or even the parent. Okay, so body mechanics is also good, a good thing to train the parents, now that they are, in some cases, depending on the client, they're going to facilitate the session. Okay, we understand that, and not in every case the client is it can be participate by himself or by herself. Okay, sometimes they're going to need the family member to be assisting during the session, which is great. Actually, we love that, so they can get engaged and they can learn the type of things that we do with children, so they can facilitate the process and again get better outcomes at the end of the day. So that's a good idea. One of the other things that I've been doing again is I have a board here with me, so that I can show my clients and I can write, so I can show them things. I know certain softwares, like for example, I think Thera platform and then even Doxy, they have some type of whiteboards that you can write, okay, in the system. That's okay. I also use this one depending of the activity that depending on what I'm doing. Other things that I'm using here is I have letters that you actually use this fairly a lot. You can stick them into glass or whatever, so it depends on what I'm doing. I will use them, just showing you what I have. Also, they have pictures, so I can talk about pictures with them. So I can say, okay, what colors do you see? If I'm working on colors, if I'm working on form, shapes. So it can vary depending on your creativity. For example, how I'm working with someone with speech, for example. Then I have a dog here. Okay, what is this? Is this an animal? Is this a cat? Is this you know what I mean? So visual perception is also an option here for this. So you can always do that. So you can remember, you're not static, because that's a common mistake that I was making myself. That was just sitting here. No, you can move around. Definitely move around. And actually that helps the child to get more engaged. Remember, movement, when you activate movement, you activate your frontal cortex, which is amazing. That's what you want to get to activate. Just think about when you, for example, are watching a movie, an action movie, and then you start like jumping when the car is like jumping or people is like falling all over the place. Your brain is like, your mirror neurons is kind of like getting all that information into your brain, and then you're like doing like this. So that's one of the concepts behind even working in via telehealth. The concept of mirror therapy, mirror neuron therapy. Okay, but that's another subject. Just wanna to get you guys introduced. The other thing that I recommend is the participation from your client can be if your client performs the activity or if you are the one performing the activity. For example, if I have this, okay, let me see if I can move it. Okay. So this is my activity. So I can ask my client to, for example, depending on what I have, in this case I use this, right? So I will tell you, okay, what's the first color on the bottom? Okay, I'm talking about the red. So I wait until my client will tell me use color red, and then I will do color red. Okay, Same thing with green. You see? And again, I can modify this activity as many ways as I can think of. So again, a lot of creativity in cases where maybe the client is not able to do it themselves. Or the client doesn't have something like this, all right? But that's why in one of the previous videos, I recommended to since you're already probably working with the client, so you know most of the things they have at home, so it makes it easier for you guys. But however, in cases where the client was seen in a school or a daycare, sometimes it will be a good practice to talk to the parents first so you can see what they have at home. You want to get an idea of whether the tools or toys they have at home so you can use them. All right? Very important. I have another example here. This is in regards to numbers. Same thing here. So I can get very creative with this as well because I have numbers like this. Okay, so I can make one number is this one, or I can start using this to do activities. Okay, we're gonna do activity number one, and activity number one is 10 jumping jacks. So let's do activity number one, just one here. Oh, sorry. I have a dot on the back. Okay, activity number one. And then I'm gonna do, let's say, which is 10 jumping jacks. So I'll do the 10 jumping jacks, or I wait until the child does the 10 jumping jacks. But remember, sometimes I like to do things myself also because they can see exactly how I want it, so they can have a better idea how to perform the activity. Okay. In terms of blocks, I have a bunch of blocks here, so you can again. The idea of this video is to give you examples. Obviously, it gets more complicated when I'm working with children because it will be more difficult the things that I ask them to do. Sometimes if they have a home blocks, I ask them, okay, you have to do the same exact construction that I'm doing. So my expectation is that they'll do it. All right. So this is an option. Maybe I want just them to go like this, or just to go like this. So they will know, depending on your instructions, how far, what are the things that you're expecting them to do, all right? Again, we can make these activities very easy or very complex, all right? One of the other things that I'm recommending is the use of a mat, just like I have two different types. Let me just move this around. I use this one a lot as well. So when I'm working with the parent, like I said in the past, you can use a doll to show their specific movement, or if you just want them to copy your movements, you can perform. So in the case I was performing jumping jacks, or I was performing earmuffs that I call is an exercise that I call. Also for brain gym exercises, this is very easy. For brain gym exercises, you can start like this, for example. You can okay, we're gonna warm up during the session. Like this, we're going to start like this. Brain gym exercises. Very simple, okay? And it's good because they can copy whatever you're doing and they can get activate their systems, okay? One more thing that I have more things to tell you guys, but that is important that that has been working for me very well is to create a schedule of activities with my parent and with the child during the session. Okay, so because that way they understand why we're doing whatever we're doing and what will be the progression of the activity. Okay. Other thing that I highly recommend is give them homework, little homework, and not homework that is going to be like a annoying homework or homework that is not going to be exciting. That obviously that depends on the specifics of the children that you're working with, right? But for some children, sometimes I give them, okay, by tomorrow or the day that the next appointment, I want you to do this or that. Okay, I kind of specify whatever task I want them to do. One of the things that I've been doing, in addition to that, is when I give them a task to do as a homework, or even during the session, sometimes I use activities that require them to be paying attention for a long time. For example, when we can use a scrap paper and create a collage, right? And I know that that activity is going to last for at least 45 minutes because you can make it as big or as small as you want, you know, to give you an idea so you can understand what I'm saying. If I ask you to color this square, it will take you 10 minutes, right? Let's say no, 2 minutes. But if I ask you to color a square like of this paper, probably will take you longer, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is that for homework activities, to facilitate, also to help parents, because they probably are going crazy with children all day at home, those activities, they tend to last longer, so the child can be practicing skills, vision coordination and visual perception skills and other skills for a longer period of time, and at the same time that's going to give somehow the parents a break during some time. That was the recommendation from one of the parents, because sometimes they don't know what to do. So most of them, they used to work all the time, and then they go home, they don't know how to deal with the children. So that was the thing that was mentioned. Also, remember, we can do obstacle course. Okay, so you can ask your child, okay, now you're right now here, you're gonna go to the bathroom, you're gonna wash your hands. When you come back, you're gonna do 20 jumping jacks, and then you're gonna do 3 push-ups. This is an example. The idea is that you can move around, and the child can move around a little bit. However, make sure that the child is obviously safe in an environment that is safe. But that obstacle course is a good practice. Keep in mind that children now, based on the feedback that I have that we received from some parents, they are working they're giving them a lot of homework, so they need to move around. All right, so it's very important that you give them the chance to move around. You don't want them to be in front of the computer all the time. So you can give them tasks, and then they can move around and practice gross motor skills. All right. So keep in mind, the environment of the child needs to be safe, and obviously whatever they have around needs to be safe. I know it's difficult to find a perfect scenario, but the reality is that we need to adjust as much as we can to what we have. Okay. Again, I just wanted to show you guys a few things that I've been doing to help facilitate the process of therapy via telehealth. And any ideas, any questions, just can call us. We're here for you, and if anything, just call us at any time. All right. Thank you.